Welcome back. So spring finally here, officially today, which means it's time to do with, get rid of the dust and grime that's settled over the winter, make room for a cleaner, fresher, and happier environment.
What about spring cleaning, though, more than your house? We want to talk about spring cleaning our money. And so we're joined by celebrity decluttering expert and author, Tracy McCubbin. Thank you so much for being here to tell us how we can spring clean our finances and get rid of money clutter. Welcome.
Hello, nice to see you.
I never really thought of it that way, but it makes sense, like money clutter. What do you mean by money clutter?
Well, we've been spending so many years talking about decluttering and decluttering our stuff, but what we've never discussed is how does the stuff get into our house, right? How does the clutter get in here? And most everything in our house, you or somebody went out and bought. So I feel like if we're going to really talk about decluttering, we also have to talk about our acquisition cycle. What are we buying and why are we buying it? So if people can do a deep dive and declutter their spending, all of a sudden they realize, oh, I'm bringing less into my house. Like I don't have as much stuff to deal with. So these are some really great tips on how to declutter your spending.
Okay, that's super interesting because I do that all the time. I walk around, I'm like, where did this even come from and why?
Yeah.
So what would you say those top tips are for people to stop those kinds of bad habits and declutter your things and your spending at the same time?
So the first one is, and this one's really tough, run an Amazon report. You can run a report through Amazon of the last 3 months of your purchase and look at everything you bought. Everything down to that little like $2.99 thing. Did you actually need it? Were you buying it because you were just late night shopping? So that's a great way. And then you can compare. Everyone's laughing. I know. They're like, what? An Amazon report?
Yeah, I didn't even know. So we just go on there and like there's a spot to run the Amazon report?
Yep, you can run the spending report. It categorizes it so easy to do. And then if you're taking on doing a budget, you can just filter it right into your budget and see where you're really spending your money.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, this next one, I want you to either on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, write down all your purchases for say the last 2 weeks and then evaluate, was it a want or was it a need? Did you really need that thing or did you just want that new cute sweater, right? That's where that's where you get honest about where you're spending your money.
Tracy, you're killing us.
Do you want it or do you need it? I mean, that is what I tell my kids. They're like, I need it. I'm like, no, it's a want, not a need. But I know that I do that. And your next tip is that wait 24 hours before a large purchase. But I might need to wait 24 hours before I just say buy now, too. Because
I do that with small purchases. I'm like, okay, put it in the cart and wait. Yep.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Wait 24 and make a decision about the monetary value. For myself, I'm like, if it's $50 or more, I wait 24 hours for every $50. So $100, I wait 2 days. And a lot of times, all of a sudden, you're like, I sort of forgot about that, or it was cute when I saw it on Instagram, but I don't really need it, right? This is the thing that I want people to understand is really, are you buying because, say, you had a bad day at work, or you're in a fight with your spouse, or your kids are pushing your buttons, or are you buying because you really need something? And when we look at what we're acquiring and bringing into the house, we automatically start to cut back on the clutter.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the kids too. I feel like things get a little out of hand too because you're just like, okay, I got to get this. We're out of this. We're out of that. I mean, we're doing a lot of convenience stuff now because people don't have enough time. Any ideas about just because maybe we're under pressure?
Yeah, exactly. Look, I do this for my clients all the time. I do it for myself. I like to make a regular shopping list. So these are the items that we use all the time. We go through toilet paper. We like this dish soap, mozzarella cheese sticks, so that you have a list when you go to the grocery store, you go to the big box stores, and you're not overbuying. You're not like, look at that giant tub of red licorice. Yeah. I want that. Really understanding these are the things that we need. And also do a check of your inventory before you go to the store.
You go, right.
You know, sometimes we forget, right? We forget what we have, and then you buy another box of Ziploc bags, and then you have 6 of them. So it's really just putting a little bit of homework in, figuring out what the household needs, and if that's a worthy spend.
Tracy, we're out of time for here, but we're going to be taking a deeper dive on money clutter, kind of what's behind it, how to get rid of it on the CURES podcast. But in the meantime, we want everyone to visit declutterfly.com or follow Tracy on Instagram or TikTok. She's got millions of views there because she really helps you declutter.
I'm about to follow her on TikTok right now. Tracy, thank you so much. This is wonderful advice, and I'm about to apply it to every area of my life.
We just have to do it.
Amazing.